Hi, hello, welcome to Price Action Series Part 2. Uh, we're going to do support and resistance. I have Prince for Funbot on the call. And so basically this series will cover as many aspects as we can in 7 videos or 7 parts of the series of price action. The last one we covered higher lows, higher highs, and this one we will cover trading with support and resistance. Okay, so just one element of support and resistance. So simply what I'm going to do is just locate areas of support and resistance and put a horizontal line around them and then trade them with a couple of factors like bull and bears factors, the strength of bulls and bears and competition between the bears and bulls, and price action. Basically, what price does the candlesticks. We're going to look into a bit more about the candlesticks, and the third and final is the accumulation around those areas and distribution, but also manipulation. So if that sounds confusing, let's just say we're looking for, let's say if we're selling off this level here. When I say accumulation, I want to see sellers sort of start to get involved in the market, and sellers signs that sellers are entering the market, and potentially a few institutions as well. But we enter with the edge that we've got, which is the price action, the way we read it. I'm going to forward test with the F12, and also I'm going to include some sort of liquidity part to it. So basically, let's say you sell here, the chances are stops are above, etc., and how market tends to trade around those. Okay, so we'll try and do the best here. Prince, good morning, good afternoon. You all right?
Good day, Ahmed. How are you doing?
I'm all right, not too bad. Hoping for a good session here.
Yeah, sure.
So I remember once I was, simulating stocks actually. When I say like stock trading, right? And I was simulating stocks, and I had nothing. I was an FX trader, but I was simulating stock pairs, and there was this tool that was simulating old data, and I saw this level, and I saw a level, and I thought, there's a level. Market came into it, and then it did like a head and shoulders, and then a quad top or something, and I thought, wow, lower high, and I thought that was a perfect sell, and I started selling on the simulator, and I sold once, and then it went a bit low, and I added to the position. I thought, you know what, this looks like a corker of a trade. So I added to the position, and I got really involved into that sell. I thought that's a perfect sell. That's what I'm looking for. Guess what the market does? Absolutely, just bazooks right up high. Probably would have been some news, but anything, but bazooks right higher. Really, rallies higher. And then the couple of positions that I had on the simulator were just down very, very big, so I had to just cut them really fast. So when I say liquidity, that's what I mean. I don't want to use the word stop hunting. I want to use the word liquidity. So the market and traps. So how the market will trap you on support and resistance. We're going to try and include that in this video. So what look like dream opportunities sometimes are actually traps. Okay. So we've broken this level anyway. And I'm seeing higher lows going into it, or price buyers keep buying the pullbacks. So if we can get involved on this level, then we will. Problem is sometimes you just don't get that pullback. So based on this support and resistance video, we're only going to enter at support and resistance. That's the rule that we've got. We can only enter at support and resistance. So if it came and reacted off there, we might have been interested in getting involved. Okay. I'm going to go short on this pullback. So we're in short on this candle. Okay. Stops above the candle, by the way. And if we what a successful trade would be if we're trading support and resistance, it's trading back down to here. Obviously, if I was trading the 5-minute time frame as such, at some point I would lock in, or I would, manage the trade, etc. Okay, target hit on this trade. So we just count that pips. So in that entry, 140 pips. Okay, that's the first one, Prince of Umber. Next trade, shall I give you the next trade to you? We've come back to this. We've come back to this support level. I'd like to buy, but I want more evidence. Right. We've tested the low with a wick. Okay, are we buying that? Are we buying this candle? Prince, hello.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Yes, I want a quick answer, please. Sorry, are we buying this? Are we buying this bull candle?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Maybe you make a mark and you go ahead.
So you're buying this low, yeah? This candle. Right. Okay, let's go with that. Okay, so that's a successful trade. That's 140 again, pips. And again, I haven't practiced this chart. Now it's my turn to trade. I'm not going to sell. I think this might be a bit of a trap here. Let's have a look.
Sold.
What? No, we didn't sell.
I know it's sold. I mean, it's sold.
Oh, it's sold, but no, I didn't sell. No, I think it's going to break this level. Actually, forget what I think. Let's just watch the market. It'd be funny if it went back up. Support and resistance, we've got a new level there. To get a test back of that level, and I like the price action, I will sell. As long as I can see it on the chart. Once it disappears, it becomes no longer relevant to me. Now we're getting good old consolidation. We'll cover consolidation and trend in another video, hopefully. Right, we're going to move to the level. We can still see the level right here. Okay, I'm going to sell.
You didn't mark it.
Yes, we'll sell on this candle right here. But do you know what? I think might not be the best trade. So I'm not so confident about this one, but I'm going to sell. Now that will be the better trade. Look at this market. It comes back. Not stopped us out yet.
Out.
Out. Right, so that's a stop. $15 pips. I've got a little support level just there, but I'm gonna leave that. Do you
It
see?
might to extend the new support level, the new resistance level. I mean to say.
This one?
Yes.
No. Once it's out of the chart, I'm going to no longer consider it. It's a minor support and resistance. So we're consolidating a wide range area here. So come back. This is the support level I want to watch. You know what? I'm going to factor. Okay, so we've come close enough to the level. This level right here. That's what I'm talking about. The market is high, using that as a high, but support here, and we've come close enough. My stop, I'm going to go long. I'll tell you why. Right, stop is below here, but I'm going long on the fact that high and low. We've got this candle with a wick, so buyers entering the wick, bull candle. So I'm going to go long on that. I'm going for the break of the high. We almost hit that resistance. What do we call that, Prince? I mean, if we almost get a resistance hit, we pretty much don't have a stop loss in, do we? But
once the market start pushing back, maybe you would have taken your profit.
But yeah.
I'm gonna go high here now. I'm gonna go long.
The thing is, I'm gonna count that as still a valid trade. We haven't been stopped out yet. But what I would say is having the market come so close to that. Okay, now we're out. We're using sort of set and forget. So, but we wanna use set and forget. Where was my entry on this one?
You're not out. See the stop there?
No, the stop was right here.
Yeah.
Where was the entry?
Above the stop. On the bull candle.
The entry was right here. This was the entry. I forgot, but this was the entry right here. So this trade netted 55 pips. It's not bad so far. 150, 140, one loss of 15 and 50. That's support and resistance for you on the 5-minute chart. Working pretty decently, isn't it? So okay, so we've used a couple of factors. Prince, what I want you to conclude here and some element that we can carry on forth. What would you say in regards to kind of support and resistance on a 5-minute chart? What other tips can you share?
I think the market minds levels of support and resistance, and if one can be able to draw it properly and watch it closely, I think you could get a decent profit from trading support and resistance.
Okay, but is it one of the elements that we use in price action? It's not just one element, right? There's other elements of price action.
Yeah,
right?
there are other elements of price action.
Okay.
There is the higher highs, there's the higher lows elements. There is consolidation, and there's candle movement.
Right. Okay, fair enough. So we'll just carry on trading here, but at this point, I'm going to look for the break of this level and then to go long. In fact, I'm going to go long on that chart. I'll tell you why. There's another element. So when we go and break up levels, and every trade has a probability, but see this big bull candle and then this wick candle test? I'm going to go long with the stop below here, right? So I'm trading based on support and resistance. Now the tricky thing here now, I don't have a resistance level to trade to, so I'm just going to use higher low, high high to exit the market on this one. Oh, market might just. So the problem is it might just tank. Right, there's a lower high. Nope, it's broken higher. See, so okay, so with that, I don't use trend lines, but you see these higher lows here. We've kind of come lower than them, so that's my exit. That's my exit, and the entry was right here. That's a profit of about 140 pips.
Yeah,
So Sorry?
That's quite great.
Quite great, right?
Yeah, quite great.
So,
140, 140, 140, and 50, then 15 p plus.
yep. We only
That's
lost
quite good
we
levels.
only lost one trade. We only lost one trade with price action. We'll stop there. We can carry on and take 3, 4 losing trades because there'll be tight losses. But I want this video to be beneficial as possible. So we've been about 15 minutes. It doesn't need to be longer than this, but it's about reading price action around these levels. So remember with resistance now, resistance, you might think, oh, I've always got a sell off resistance. I've always got a buy off resistance. No, in fact, sometimes if the market's been consolidating, expect the market to change from tight to break that range. Now, of course, sometimes the market will consolidate months on end. And when you realize that, that's when you sort of say, or hours on end if you're trying to 5 minute.
Sometimes it could move and it still retest the resistance, which is now a support, and then break out up.
Exactly, the market, it will change from support resistance to support, or from support to resistance. Would you, before I end the video, would you say the fact that what would you say you're pretty impressed by the fact that on a 5 minute chart the profit that's able to generate on with support and resistance, would it take you by surprise a little bit?
Yeah, on the 5 minute chart, some people will say it's a bit noisy, but I think it gives you more to see, more to look out for, more to be able to understand the market better.
More opportunities. Okay.
Yeah, of course.
All right. Thank you for being on this call, and I appreciate you being on here. I hope it helps. I mean, it's about when you read support and resistance, it's about keeping it simple as possible. Don't see them as holy grail levels. And when we talk about liquidity, we talk about the market taking stops and on generate liquidity for a move that you might have seen coming. So we'll move on to the next part of price action, and hopefully that'll be beneficial to you guys. Thank you very much for attending.